Today, we're at the Boulder Creek Festival here on Boulder Channel 1. It's the Creek Festival on a Memorial Day weekend in 2016. Here's where the Boulder Police Department sets up every year. Animal control officers. There's McGruff, the dog, and something more about animals.
I'm Officer Barnes with the Boulder Police Department, Animal Control Unit. We've got our display at the Boulder Creek Festival 2016. A topic of discussion for us is what's going on with our wildlife, the situation with our city registration, status of open space and mountain park regulations with our licensing and off-leash tags. And then we like to do a display of our equipment, the types of things we use, the importance of picking up after our pets, that sort of thing. And then we've got a nice little educational piece that we do with kiddos about animals that have rabies, typical wildlife that we see in the city, things to be cautious about. And then over at our van, we like to do a display of our vehicle, the equipment we use, so everybody's aware of our processes. And a big topic is dogs in vehicles. And so you can see, obviously, it's getting pretty warm inside our vehicle. And we've got some statistics and some information about our concerns, such as heat stroke and those types of symptoms, which is usually what we see with dogs inside of a vehicle in the summer months. So we respond to hundreds of these types of calls every year, and so we try to really promote and educate how dangerous this really can be.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Officer Bookout with the Boulder Police Department, and I do the marijuana enforcement in the city. What I have here are it's kind of a Q&A sheet for people to read up on what our ordinances are and what you can and can't do regarding marijuana in the city of Boulder.
What are some of the things that people don't know about marijuana enforcement, or what should they know, or what's the biggest questions you ever get?
Well, in marijuana, Amendment 64 allows you to grow marijuana if you're 21 or over, but in Boulder you can only have 6 plants per residence. So it's not 6 plants per 21 or over person living in the home, it's 6 plants per residence.
Oh, it actually says that right in your shirt, marijuana enforcement. That's got to be really funny, because we're probably the only place in the country that actually has marijuana enforcement officers.
No, actually, I would say all the jurisdictions that allow marijuana to be sold in their communities do have marijuana enforcement officers. My main job is to make sure that the licensed businesses are compliant.
So do you go and visit the marijuana shops and make sure they're in compliance and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
How many officers are in marijuana enforcement in Boulder?
1.
1. Do you need more?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yes. Now, we have currently we have 81 licensed businesses in Boulder, and we only foresee that increasing.
Any big problems at all? I mean, occasionally we read in the paper somebody's busted for illegally growing, selling, or all kinds of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, again, in Boulder you can only have 6 plants, so people are under the impression if a doctor's referral, say for medical, is more than the 6 plants, say it's 99, that just because the doctor's referral says they can grow that many, they cannot. They would have to have a business license to grow more than the 6 plants.
Hi, Cindy Boulder, Officer Coffin, Boulder Police Department. Welcome to Creek Fest 2016. Hey, we have a tent over on the canyon side of the library parking lot, and we're just showing the wares of our job. We've got breaching gear and tactical equipment, and of course stickers and pencils for the kids and coloring books. And a little later on, we'll hopefully have some popcorn popping, so just come on out and stop by and we'll chat with anything you want to know. This is a breaching gear backpack. The SWAT guys wear this when they have to bust into a door or a house. This is a handheld battering ram. Weighs about 25 or 30 pounds, and that is a ballistic shield. It's supposed to take small arms fired, but luckily I don't ever have to be behind that to test it.
And what's this? What are these?
We've got a ballistic helmet, riot helmet. We've also got a gas mask for the kids to try on. Never fun to wear those things, but sometimes necessary. Wow. We have this is the Ford Explorer, Ford Interceptors SUV. Standard vehicle you can buy on the street.
Really?
Loaded with all kinds of fun cop stuff. This is a great vehicle to drive. Never get stuck in the snow. And over here,
can you open the door? Can we have a look
absolutely.
inside?
Sure.
Yeah. Tell us, show us what's in here. What's in? Just point everything out, or whatever.
The standard. It's a standard vehicle you can buy off the lot, but we have an in-car video system mounted in the dashboard, up in the window.
Oh yeah.
An LCD screen. We have a laptop which has internet access, so we can run plates and people. There's a radio system. There's the light controls.
Wow.
But everything else is pretty much standard. You could buy this vehicle off the lot.
No, wait. Come on. There has to be like special suspension, special cop motor, very fast.
No, it's all standard.
Really?
All standard stuff.
Nice.
And the vehicle to your left, to my right, that is the Ford Interceptor.
Oh, wow.
It's just a Ford Taurus. You can buy it on the lot. Again, it has all the special police things on the lights and the badges and all that. But it's just a Ford Taurus, all-wheel drive, great in the snow. So one of the questions that we get asked quite a bit is, are firearms legal in Boulder? It's kind of half and half. So Colorado is an open carry state. You may publicly display a weapon in public where it's not restricted by local ordinance. Here in Boulder, you can carry the weapon, but it cannot be loaded, meaning no bullets in the chamber, no bullets in the magazine. You can have those bullets on your person, but they may not be physically within the gun itself. And that's the strictness of our law.
Now, what's the difference between a concealed weapons permit and open carry?
Well, Colorado, like many states, has a concealed weapons permit, where if you wish to hide your weapon, you have to have a permit from your local sheriff's department to do it. So this is a former Wild West state. You can display a gun on your hip, but when you try to hide it, that's when you need the permit. And that is issued by your local sheriff, the sheriff of your residency.
Now, what about in your car? Let's say you have a handgun in your car. What's the story with that?
In Colorado, and I know for this state it's true, your vehicle is considered part of your residence, so it's unfair to make people have to be aware of which firearms laws apply to which city and county that they're passing through while they're traveling. So you may have a pistol in your vehicle as you travel through Colorado. It's considered part of your home. The legislature decided that it was unreasonable for you to have to know every law for every place you go within the state's borders.
Can it be loaded?
Yes, it can.
Can you lock it in your glove box?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So the final question is: we have any problems with guns in Boulder, or how is Boulder? How does Boulder match up to the rest of the state or the rest of the country in terms of guns in general?
You know, it's tough to know because guns are a very personal issue, very private issue. It's tough to say how many people own firearms in the city of Boulder. Colorado is a big hunting state.
Yep.
It depends on which county you live in. Boulder tends to be a little more liberal. Weld County tends to be a lot more conservative. It really depends on which county you're talking about, but it's tough to say. We can assume that a lot of people do have firearms. They're just quiet about it.
We almost never have any gun violence in Boulder. I mean, it is rare.
Correct.
We're pretty lucky that way.
Yes, Boulder's a great place to live. It's a very safe community.
Okay.
We are here to serve you. Feel free to come up and ask any questions you want about anything going on in the city. We'll always be happy to talk.
Okay. Thanks very much.
My pleasure.